Hey guys, welcome back to the Rebel Chumps channel. This is me from my little disgusting man cave. Got my paintball stuff behind me, get all kinds of stuff here in this little room, which is fantastic because it's truly my getaway, my escape away from the family. Got two little kids running and jumping and screaming around all day, so it wouldn't be easy to make videos there. So I'm super stoked. Now that being said, today's videos is about my Planet Eclipse Etha 2. I've been using it for the last 3 months. It's been a fantastic marker. I bought it secondhand for €300. New to retail around 450 US dollar slash 450 euro in Holland. And man, there's no better budget marker out there that is electronic. It's just amazing. It keeps shooting. I never clean it. I never lube the bolts. I don't maintain anything about it. Zero. In the last 3 months I've been playing every single week with it. I think I shot easily through 10 to 15 cases of paint through it. No issues at all. No ball breaks, nothing. All kinds of paint, recreational paint to tournament paint from different brands. It's just rock solid. One thing that I had as a gripe was the trigger. The trigger didn't feel very nice to me, a bit hard and sluggish. So only thing what I did so far is the retention screw for the adjustment of the trigger itself, I just screwed it out so the trigger became very loose and easy to pull, and now it's like this amazing trigger. It feels super loose and goosey. I think I could even like get it to bump fire if I hit the bottle or the tank really hard, but I have to adjust it maybe slightly more to avoid that. But oh, it feels so good now. So I'm really happy with that, because what I had was just my streams of paint were not always consistent, and that's kind of shit if you are training for competition, etc. You want to have these solid streams of paint. But this mark is fantastic. I will make a video in due time. We're actually gonna like just go through the paces of this marker and show footage of the last, I don't know, 3 to 6 months of me shooting with it and just having a really good time with it, and it just keeps performing and no issues whatsoever. And it really stacks up, in my opinion, against the high-end markers. Like, I have shot DLX Luxes, Ice, and it just feels very comparable in shot quality. The only big difference is, of course, the whole build and the body and the weight and the trigger is kind of a big thing, but beyond that it just shoots the same, it just rams the same, it just feels fantastic. But of course, if I pick up a Lux or an Ice, it feels nicer. It definitely feels nicer, but not like by a significant margin whatsoever. Unfortunately, despite I really like this marker a lot, I really love this marker a lot, it still will be replaced for a DLX Lux in due time, because my team, my speedball team, or the speedball team I play with, I should say, is sponsored by Luxes, and of course I can't play competition with the competition of DLX. So that's why I won't be using this marker during actual competition days, or well, I don't know, maybe I still keep it for training days because it just shoots so nice. I'm definitely gonna keep this marker and pass it down to my son. But that being said, this marker is amazing. I'm definitely not. Initially, I want to sell it so I could fund like the DLX from it, the Lux from it. But now I'm like, no, this marker is gonna stay. It's just so easy to shoot, and there's zero maintenance, and it just, I don't know. It would be. I would really regret letting this guy go over time. I would like, oh, this marker was the best I ever had, and that's why I'm gonna keep it, because it's phenomenal. The Etha 2 is just a phenomenal marker. I mean, there's nothing you missing with this marker. So I highly recommend, if you're watching this, get an Etha 2. I mean, just get one spare, or for as your main marker or as your first marker. If you want to do both speedball, recreational ball, especially like woods and whatnot, or hyperball, man, go for the Etha 2. Of course, the EMAC is fantastic, but it's a mechanical marker, so from that sense, you limit yourself a bit towards just the Woods Ball scenario paintball. The speedball, etc., won't be really like something you could do with that properly. Yeah, you could do it, but not the same level as with the Etha 2, because this thing is just, in my opinion, is as good as a CS2 or a 170R or the Lux or the Ice. It just, of course, it feels less premium. It feels bulkier, heavier, bigger, but besides that, it just shoots as well. It's amazing. So yeah, I don't know if you like this video. Let me know in the comments. Look there.